Hello and welcome to English Fast Practice. Today, I want to tell you a story about my first day at a new job. Starting a new job can be exciting, but it can also feel a little scary. You meet new people, learn new things, and try to understand a completely new environment. You may not know where to go, who to talk to, or what you are supposed to do. That is exactly how I felt on my first day at my new job. I remember that morning very clearly. I woke up earlier than usual. My alarm rang at 6 o'clock, but I was already awake. I had been thinking about my new job for most of the night. I looked at the clock and took a deep breath. Today is the day, I said to myself. I got out of bed and opened the curtains. The sky was light, and the city was beginning to wake up. Cars were moving on the street, people were walking to work, and I could hear birds outside my window. I went to the bathroom, washed my face, brushed my teeth, and took a quick shower. While I was getting ready, I kept thinking about my new workplace. I had been looking for a new job for several weeks. When I finally received the job offer, I was very happy. The company seemed friendly, and the job sounded interesting. During my interview, the manager had explained my responsibilities, but I knew that the real experience would begin on my first day. I opened my closet and looked at my clothes. I wanted to look professional, but I also wanted to feel comfortable. After thinking for a few minutes, I chose a simple shirt, dark pants, and comfortable shoes. I looked in the mirror and smiled. Okay, I said. I am ready. But honestly, I was not completely ready. I was nervous. I wondered if my new coworkers would like me. I wondered if I would understand everything. I wondered if I would make mistakes. Most importantly, I wondered if I would be good at my new job. I went to the kitchen and prepared breakfast. I made some toast, eggs, and a cup of coffee. Usually I enjoy a slow breakfast, but that morning I was too nervous to eat much. I looked at my phone. It was 7 o'clock. My work started at 9, and the office was about 40 minutes away. I decided to leave early because I did not want to be late on my first day. I finished my coffee, packed my bag, checked my wallet, and made sure I had my phone and keys. Before leaving the house, I checked everything one more time. Phone. Yes. Wallet. Yes. Keys. Yes. Lunch. Yes. Notebook and pen. Yes. I smiled and opened the door. As I walked outside, I felt a strange combination of excitement and nervousness. I was beginning a new chapter in my life. I walked to the bus stop and waited for the bus. There were already several people waiting. Some were looking at their phones. Some were drinking coffee. Others were talking quietly with their friends. When the bus arrived, I got on and found a seat near the window. As the bus moved through the city, I looked outside. I could see people going to work, students going to school, shops opening, and restaurants preparing for the day. I wondered how many people were starting something new that morning. Maybe someone was starting a new school. Maybe someone was moving into a new apartment. Maybe someone was starting a new job just like me. Thinking about that made me feel a little better. I was not the only person who felt nervous about new beginnings. After about 35 minutes, I arrived near my new workplace. I got off the bus and looked around. The office building was taller than I had expected. It had large glass windows and a wide entrance. I stood outside for a moment. I looked at the building and took a deep breath. This is it, I thought. Then I walked inside. The first thing I noticed was the quiet atmosphere. There was a reception desk near the entrance. A woman was sitting behind the desk and working on a computer. I walked toward her. Good morning, I said. Good morning, she replied with a smile. How can I help you? My name is Anna. Today is my first day here. I am joining the customer service team. She checked something on her computer. Welcome, Anna. Your manager is expecting you. Please have a seat. She will be here shortly. Thank you. I sat down and looked around. There were several comfortable chairs near the entrance. A large plant stood in the corner. There were some pictures on the wall showing people from the company. I looked at those pictures and tried to imagine myself becoming part of the team. A few minutes later, a woman walked toward me. She was smiling. Anna. Yes. Hi, I am Sarah. I am the manager of the customer service team. Welcome to the company. We shook hands. It is nice to meet you, I said. It is nice to meet you too. How was your journey here? It was good. I came by bus. Great. Come with me. I will show you around. I followed Sarah through the office. She showed me the kitchen first. This is where we have lunch and coffee, she said. There was a small refrigerator, a microwave, a coffee machine, and several tables. You can keep your lunch in the refrigerator. Just remember to put your name on it. I laughed. Okay, I will remember that. Then she showed me the meeting rooms. This is our main meeting room. We usually have team meetings here every Monday morning. She continued walking. This room is for private meetings, and this is the training room. Finally, we arrived at the customer service area. There were several desks in a large open room. Some people were talking on the phone. Others were typing on their computers. Sarah introduced me to the team. Everyone, this is Anna. Today is her first day. Several people looked up and smiled. Hi, Anna. Welcome. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the team. I smiled and greeted everyone. First, I felt a little shy. There were many new faces and I knew I would probably forget some names. Sarah introduced me to a woman named Emily. Emily will help you during your first few days. If you have questions, you can ask her. Emily smiled. Of course. Don't worry. Your first day can be confusing, but you will get used to everything. Thank you, I said. Her friendly attitude immediately made me feel more comfortable. Sarah showed me my desk. It was next to Emily's desk. There was a computer, a keyboard, a mouse, a notebook, and a small welcome card on the desk. The card said, "Welcome to the team, Anna." I was surprised. Thank you, I said. Sarah smiled. We are happy to have you here. After Sarah left, Emily sat next to me. Okay, she said. Let's get you started. She showed me how to turn on the computer and log into the company system. There were many different programs on the computer. One program was for customer messages. Another was for internal communication. There was also a calendar, a document system, and several other tools. I looked at the screen. There was so much information. I felt a little overwhelmed. Emily noticed my expression. Don't worry, she said. You don't have to remember everything today. I laughed. That is good because I already forgot half of it. She laughed too. That's normal. Her words made me feel better. For the next hour, Emily explained my main responsibilities. My job was to communicate with customers, answer questions, solve simple problems, and send important requests to other departments. She explained the most common customer questions. She also showed me some examples of conversations. I took notes in my notebook. I wrote down important words and instructions. Whenever I did not understand something, I asked questions. At first, I was worried that I would ask too many questions. But Emily told me something important. Never be afraid to ask questions, she said. It is much better to ask than to make a mistake because you were too afraid to ask. I remembered those words. They were probably the most useful words I heard that day. Around 11 o'clock, Sarah came back. How is everything going? Good, I said. There is a lot to learn, but Emily is helping me. Sarah nodded. Excellent. We don't expect you to know everything immediately. Take your time. That made me feel more relaxed. A little later, I received my first simple task. I had to read several customer messages and organize them into different categories. It sounded easy, but because everything was new, I was very careful. I read each message slowly. I checked the instructions. Then I placed each message in the correct category. After finishing, I asked Emily to check my work. She looked at it. Great job, she said. Everything is correct. I smiled. It was a small task, but I felt proud. My confidence started to grow. At 12:30, it was time for lunch. Emily asked me, "Are you bringing lunch today?" "Yes." "Great. Come with us." We went to the kitchen. There were already several coworkers sitting around a table. I sat down with them. First, I did not know what to say. I was worried about being quiet. Then one of my coworkers asked me, "So, Anna, where did you work before?" I told them about my previous job. They asked me a few questions and soon we started talking naturally. I learned that one coworker had 2 children. Another person had recently moved to the city. Someone else loved traveling and had visited several countries. We talked about food, movies, travel, and weekend plans. I realized that my coworkers were very friendly. They were not strangers anymore. They were becoming people I could talk to. After lunch, we returned to our desks. I felt much more comfortable than I had felt in the morning. The afternoon was more interesting. Emily showed me how to answer customer messages. She gave me a simple example. Imagine a customer asks when their order will arrive. What would you say? I thought for a moment. I would check the order first. Then I would give the customer the delivery information. Exactly. She showed me how to write a polite response. She explained that the tone of a message was very important. Even when a customer was unhappy, I needed to stay calm and respectful. She gave me several useful phrases. "Thank you for contacting us. I understand your concern. Let me check that for you. I am sorry for the inconvenience. I will be happy to help you. Thank you for your patience." I wrote all of them in my notebook. I knew these sentences would be useful. Then Emily gave me another small task. This time I had to write a sample response to a customer. I read the customer's message carefully. Then I wrote my response. I showed it to Emily. She made a few small corrections. "Your message is good," she said. "Just remember to make this sentence a little more polite." I corrected it. "Like this." "Yes. Perfect." I was learning something new every few minutes. The time passed quickly. Around 3 o'clock, Sarah invited me to a short meeting. There were 4 people in the meeting room. I sat down and listened. They talked about the team's goals for the month. They also discussed some common customer problems and ways to improve the service. First, I did not understand everything. Some people spoke quickly. Some used words that I had never heard before. I wrote down the words I did not understand. After the meeting, Sarah asked me if I had any questions. I said yes. I understood most of the meeting, but there were a few words I didn't know. She smiled. "That's completely normal. You will learn them over time." She explained the words to me. I thanked her. By 4 o'clock, I was beginning to feel tired. It had been a long day. Not because I had done a lot of difficult work, but because I had been concentrating all day. Everything was new. Every person was new. Every computer program was new. Even the office coffee machine was new to me. I looked at the clock. Only 1 hour remained. I decided to organize my notes. I had written many things during the day. I divided my notes into different sections. Important passwords, daily tasks, useful phrases, names of coworkers, questions to ask tomorrow. This made everything easier to understand. Emily looked at my notebook. "You are very organized," she said. "I am trying to be," I replied. She smiled. "That's a good start." At 4:30, Sarah came to my desk. "How are you feeling?" I thought about it. Honestly, I was very nervous this morning. But now I feel much better. She smiled. "That's great. Your first day is always the hardest." I nodded. "I still have a lot to learn." "Of course. But you did well today." Her words made me happy. At 5 o'clock, people began to leave the office. Some people said goodbye. "See you tomorrow." "Have a good evening." "See you in the morning." I packed my bag and turned off my computer. Before leaving, I looked at my desk. It no longer felt completely unfamiliar. It was my desk now. I walked toward the exit with Emily. "How was your first day?" she asked. "Much better than I expected." "Good. Tomorrow will be easier." "I hope so." We laughed. Outside the building, I stood on the sidewalk and took a deep breath. The day was finally over. I had survived my first day at my new job. On the way home, I thought about everything that had happened. That morning, I had been nervous. I had worried about making mistakes. I had worried about meeting new people. I had worried that I would not be good enough. But none of those worries became a serious problem. Yes, I made small mistakes. Yes, I forgot some names. Yes, I did not understand everything. But that was okay. I realized something important. You do not need to be perfect on your first day. You just need to be willing to learn. When I arrived home, I took off my shoes and put my bag on the chair. I was tired, but I was happy. I made myself a cup of tea and sat on the sofa. I thought about the best part of my day. For me, it was meeting my new coworkers. They had made me feel welcome. I also felt proud of myself because I had done something new. Starting a new job had seemed scary in my imagination. But once I was there, I discovered that it was simply a collection of small steps. Wake up. Get ready. Go to work. Meet new people. Learn new things. Ask questions. Make mistakes. Try again. And slowly become comfortable. I opened my notebook and looked at all the things I had written. I decided to review them before going to sleep. I read the important instructions again. I practiced some of the customer service phrases. I also looked at the names of my coworkers. I wanted to remember them tomorrow. After about 30 minutes, I closed the notebook. I felt ready for the next day. Before going to bed, I stood in front of the mirror. I smiled and said to myself, "You did a good job today." Then I turned off the light. As I lay in bed, I thought about how quickly my feelings had changed. In the morning, I had been afraid of the unknown. In the evening, I was looking forward to tomorrow. That was the most interesting thing about starting something new. First, everything feels unfamiliar. Then you learn one thing. Then another. You meet one person. Then another. You understand one task. Then another. And slowly, the unfamiliar becomes familiar. The new place becomes your workplace. The new people become your coworkers. The new routine becomes your normal routine. I closed my eyes and smiled. Tomorrow would be another day. I knew I would still have questions. I knew I would probably make mistakes. But now I also knew that I could learn. And sometimes that is all you need when you start something new. You do not need to know everything. You do not need to be perfect. You simply need to take the first step. My first day at my new job taught me that being nervous is completely normal. It also taught me that new beginnings can be exciting. If you are starting a new job, starting a new school, moving to a new city, or beginning anything unfamiliar, remember this. It is okay to feel nervous. It is okay to ask questions. It is okay to make mistakes. And it is okay if you do not understand everything immediately. Give yourself time. Be patient with yourself. Keep learning. Keep practicing. And keep moving forward. Because one day, you will look back and realize that the thing that once made you nervous has become a normal part of your life. That is exactly what happened to me. My first day at a new job was not perfect, but it was a good beginning. And sometimes a good beginning is all we need. Thank you for listening to my story. If you are practicing English, listen to this story again and try to repeat some of the sentences aloud. You can pause after each sentence and repeat it. This will help you improve your listening, pronunciation, vocabulary, and speaking skills. Remember, you do not have to learn everything in one day. Learn a little every day. Listen a little every day. Speak a little every day. And slowly your English will become better. See you in the next English practice.